Hey everybody, and welcome to another Just the Tip Tuesday with me, Tristan Gatto. So the number one thing I typically see with yoga practitioners or when I'm practicing in the physical therapy field is wrist issues. So mostly everybody wants to know how to prevent carpal tunnel syndrome or injuries to the wrist, especially when doing hand balancing postures or just being on the computer all day on Facebook. So I wanted to give you a few little mobility exercises and stretches that you can do, and also how to utilize some awesome kinesio tape. Really easy, you can get it on Amazon. I like rock tape, KT tape is good too, whatever brand kind of works for you, but we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. So let's start with some mobility exercises. Just begin to link your fingers together, weave them together like a basket, wrap the thumbs in, wrap the fingers around, and just begin to go back and forth. So if you're at your desk, you're feeling like you're getting a little pain in the wrist, just a little bit of back and forth. If you can roll the wrists around in circles, that's the next one. So 5 to 10 rounds of this is about pretty efficient. Good, wrist circles. So you can do clockwise and counterclockwise. Now we want to stretch out the muscles that run down the front of the arms. Usually those get a little cranky because the wrists are elevated, so these muscles are turned on. So you just want to drop the wrist, push through the elbow so you've got a straight elbow, wrap the fingers. So you're going to curl the fingers under, grab with the opposite wrist, and I like to press forward. So you're getting a nice stretch down these muscles. Just stay here for about 15 to 30 seconds, whatever feels good. And you'll do 3 rounds on each side and just alternate. You can alternate back and forth, or you can stay on one arm, whatever feels good. So we want to also hit the opposite muscles. So we're going to give ourselves a high five. Make sure the thumb is in, wrap, and then press the palm forward. Just staying here 15 to 30 seconds, whatever feels good. Go ahead and switch. Awesome. If you want to go a little bit deeper into these stretches, you can come down to a floor, usually put a towel down so you've got a little padding for the knuckles because the hard floor doesn't feel that great on the knuckles. Lay the tops, this portion, on the mat. Don't press straight down in towards the floor. What I actually want you to do is just give a little light traction into the knuckles and then sit back. You want to actually stretch backwards and just press at an angle forward just to feel that light stretch in the wrist. Don't overforce that joint. We don't want to crank into it and create any trauma. Just a light little stretch. Good, reverse that now. And remember, you don't have to place the hands flat down. Light little pressure and just sit back. Baby stretches here, nothing sharp shooting or tingling. If you're feeling any of those sensations, you want to back off. Good. After that, just give yourself a little roll of the wrist. Shake them out. So using a little KT tape, if you've never used KT tape before, it's best on clean skin. So in the morning, or if you take a little quick shower before you go to your yoga practice, that's usually sufficient. You can wear this for about 3 to 5 days. This does help the wrists. This is just a general stability taping that I'm going to show you today. So you want to measure this, taking your KT tape, from the center of the hand to about the middle of the forearm. So KT tape is stretchy. Full stretch is 100%. I like to just use a natural stretch as it comes off of the backing. So you want to create an anchor by popping the tape. So just tear it straight across, see how it's stretching. So we want to set that anchor now. So to do this one, we're going to flex the wrist. Pop that on there if you can see that. Then all you're going to do is take that tape, wrap it up the forearm. If it doesn't stick, I've got hairy arms, so not always the best. Little light stretch and press it down, anchor it down. For my guys, yeah, you might have to shave your arms, unfortunately. Or press it down, especially if you're a hairier guy. Perfect, that's part one. So making sure the wrist is flexed, anchor, and then just lay it on top of the skin. Give it a little rub, it sets the adhesive, warms it up. The next one, you're gonna take a piece, you're gonna make it double the length of the first piece. Making sure that you round the edges of your kinesio tape because it'll start to peel off and then there's no point. So what you want to do here, again, create your anchor, pop it like a drop it. So coming where the thumb is, the thenar eminence, place the tape down. You want to make sure that this tape sits on the skin, not on the tape, or else it just doesn't stick very well. So kind of working against yourself. From here, again, grabbing the backing. We're going to create a spiral shape. It's not working with me today. All right, so all I'm going to do is create that spiral around the wrist, around the arm. Lay it down, give it a little rubby rub rub. I love this one because my forearms get a little tired after doing a lot of yoga shred and doing a lot of arm balance in my practices. So there you have it. So just remember for this taping, flexed wrists, over the top, base of the thumb, spiral it up. That's what I have for you today. Stay tuned for next week. If you love this, go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at I am Tristan Gatto, and check out some of my awesome courses on dailyom.com. Thanks again, and namaste, badasses.